Hi everyone, I hope you all had a positive week. I'm Georgina, the creator of the pineapplechicken.blog, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. The purpose of my blog and this channel is to bring you positivity and wellness through what I've read, through culture and through lifestyle. So I hope you like what I'm showing you today, and if you do, please like the video and subscribe. And I think there's a bell button over here so that you can get notifications whenever I post on a Tuesday. So the purpose of the video today is to set a framework to help you set goals to drive success. The reason I'm doing it today and doing it this time is because I've reflected on 2020 and I realised that it was a very hard year for me, and I'm sure for everyone. And partially it's because I didn't set goals at the beginning of the year, which I would often do. By not setting my goals, I found it very, very difficult to focus on what I wanted. I felt lost, I felt in a limbo, and I didn't know where I was going. I developed some unhealthy habits, such as eating poorly and also spending a lot of money, just because I wanted to get that hit of endorphins when I get a parcel through the door. So I don't want to do that for 2021. I really wanted to reflect on how I can make a positive change. And this is why setting goals for me is so important, and I hope that I can share that with you today. So tip number 1 is that you can set goals whenever you want. Do not give yourself the limitation that you have to set your goals at the beginning of the year, and if you miss that deadline, you don't think about it at all. Remember, goals are important to focus on the direction you want to go, and it gives you hope as well. So give yourself that time. You totally deserve it. So tip number 2, there's no such thing as a future you. So for all those who you don't know, I'm a big fan of Elizabeth Day. So she wrote How to Fail, and in her recent book, which is a very easy read, Philosophy. So in her book, she mentions that by setting long-term goals, you're setting yourself up for failure. And the reason for that is your future you is super optimistic and you always want to strive for the best. But all these overblown expectations means that if you don't meet them, you're setting yourself up for failure, disappointment and sadness. I understand her premise, but I don't totally agree. That's because I love a 5-year plan and I love the direction of travel and understanding where I need to get to. But she does write something that's very important that I want to share with you, and that is set goals, even if they're long term, on your present self. You need to spend that time to know yourself better and really understand what drives you and what motivates you. So for example, setting a goal of running a marathon may not be realistic today if you're not running very much already. And for someone like me who absolutely hates running, that is never going to be my goal. And I'm not going to set something like that. So the key takeaway is focus on the present you and not your future you. And I think using the words of Elizabeth Day, she says, it's not that forward planning is pointless, but unless you actively contribute something practical towards your future growth right now, then there's no point worrying about it. So my final takeaway for you is to provide a framework to help you set your goals. And this is based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which I've been using for many years. Now, many of you may be familiar with the concept, so you might have seen the pyramid of the 5 tiers, and you have to work through each of them to reach your goals. So the first 2 tiers covers basic needs, and this is a safe home, water and food. Now I'm hoping many of you don't have to have these worries, but if you do, I really suggest that you protect your time, protect yourself and be kind to yourself. Be selfish, ask for help where you need it so that you can build a strong foundation you need and drive forward in all your goals. For me, I'm in a very privileged position where I have a wonderful and safe home, so I don't have to think about those things. But I recognise that my basic need tiers covers my own physical body and my mental health. This is the foundation for everything I need to build on other goals that I set for myself. The next 2 tiers of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is physiological needs. So this covers belongingness, love and esteem. So for belongingness, this is all about your relationships and your friendships. Who is your cheerleader in your life? Who gives you the positive energy that you want? By recognizing those people, you should try and think about how can you spend more time with them. So esteem needs in Maslow's hierarchy of needs is all about prestige and accomplishment. So the questions you really should be asking yourself, what do I do that is awesome? What do I do that is totally badass? What hobbies, activities, things that you love and passion lights the fire in your belly to make you want to do more? These are really, really important questions because that is really the motivation that gets you up every day and gets you going, gets you moving, and gets you doing things. So really spend some time to think about what gives you a sense of pride and what is an accomplishment for you. So the final tier is self-actualization, and this all relates to achieving one's potential, being the best that you can, including creative activities. So the key questions to ask yourself is, what does success look like to you? What are those marginal activities that you can do just to make yourself a little bit better? Or if you're going to reflect upon your goals that you set during the year, at the end of the year, what is going to make you think, yes, I totally kicked ass and I did really well? So for me, self-actualization tier covers my blog, which I hope I can consistently write on, and also this YouTube channel, where I hope I will post every Tuesday. This is my opportunity to share what I've learned and also do something creative, which is very different from my job right now. So that's it for now. In summary, set goals whenever you want. Do not be limited by the beginning of the year. Number 2, set goals based on your present you and not future you. Number 3, using the framework based on Maslow's hierarchy of need, set your goals based on the different tiers so they can build a strong foundation for all your dreams and successes to come. I would love to hear from you the goals that you set for yourself and whether the framework worked for you. So please leave me a comment below, as I'd love to hear from you. So that's it for now, and I'll see you next week. Sending you my sweet and sour love.